guest is a mother of 3 children. She used to be a vet, she used to be a teacher. She likes helping people, obviously. She's a passionate advocate for those in the community with the need for a voice. So once again, that theme of today coming through, that people up here can give a voice to people that need the voice. This person is the Honourable Sarah Game, MLC. Sarah has been working tirelessly to fight against the government action to transition from the Emergency Management Act to the Public Health COVID-19 Amendment Bill. She'll talk about this and talk about why it's important to push back on government and push back on this bill that's keeping doctors and nurses away that want to be working in that public health system. She's going to explain why it's important. She's going to explain what she's been up to and how important that is for everyone. So would you please welcome the Honourable Sarah Game, MLC.
It's working. Thank you so much. Well, firstly, I'm just so grateful to be able to speak to you today. And I guess what I bring to you as a Member of Parliament is I can explain to you, having been present, what happened in the COVID Public Health Amendment Bill that passed last year. And I'm really grateful for that because it was an extremely frustrating experience to see what really happened and what was reported to have happened. And I do have some notes with me, so forgive me if I do look down, but I've only got a few minutes and I wanted to make sure I really got out exactly everything I really wanted to. So I guess the first thing is the government can act quickly when they want to. On the 18th of May 2022, the South Australian Public Health COVID-19 Amendment Bill passed the Upper House. On the 19th of May, it passed the Lower House, and on the 24th of May, it achieved assent. The introduction of this COVID-19 Amendment Bill was widely celebrated. We had mainstream media headlines screaming, "Government to end COVID-19 emergency declaration." And if you looked on the SA government website, it declared the Malinowskis Labor government is on track to lift the emergency management declaration imposed on South Australia. So the state was finally free of the Emergency Management Act. The longest emergency declaration in the state's history, extended 28 times. There was reason to celebrate, or was there? This new bill rubber-stamped through with the pressure of the governmental threat that the alternative was another emergency extension. What did this new bill actually do? Well, I witnessed firsthand the discord between the goings-on in Parliament and the reporting to the public. So I'm very grateful to be able to get out some of the truth today. The COVID-19 Public Health Amendment Bill would, in the case of another emergency declaration, enable the full enactment of the previous Emergency Management Act, but without many of the safeguards previously provided. The effect of the bill reduced public liberty rights, reduced constraints on enforcing officers, and it removed the right to appeal in the courts regarding vaccine mandates. How? Firstly, the amendment retained that the state coordinator or authorised officer may exercise any power enabled by the Emergency Management Act, and these include, but not limited to, power to enter and, if necessary, break into or take control of land, building, structure, vehicle, using force as necessary. Power to destroy buildings, vehicles, vegetation or animals. Power to direct a person to remain isolated from other persons. And the power to direct a person to undergo medical observation, diagnostic procedure or treatment. But secondly, and importantly, the amendment removed safeguarding mechanisms afforded by the Public Health Act, stating that if a public health incident or public health emergency was declared again, the following provisions would not apply. So the following provisions would not apply. So far as reasonably practicable, the power that least infringes on the rights of the individual must be the power that is exercised. And if a requirement restricting the liberty of a person is imposed, all reasonably practicable steps must be taken to ensure that the person's next of kin or nominated person is informed. Also removed was the requirement to consider if an individual should be managed under the Mental Health Act. I put up 6 amendments to protect public liberty rights, but they didn't achieve enough support from my colleagues. Very disappointingly, the South Australian Liberals did not support my amendment to ensure that legal action against vaccine mandates would be allowed to continue. So I really appreciate, that's the end of my time, I'm afraid, but I really appreciate being able to have those few minutes to explain what happened to you. And I hope that you'll look me up and be in contact and help me advocate for you better. Thank you so much.